Right, guys. Hope you're all good. Except for Mrs. Dick over there. So Mrs. Dick did this video. Just another bullshit line video. Isn't that right, Mrs. Dick?
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. It's what these child exploiter supporters do, is lying videos. A lot of BS. A lot of accusations. Anyway, so because Mrs. Dick had hashtagged me, and I read her description, so I then tagged her and posted this. Isn't that right, Mrs. Dick? But what did Mrs. Dick say? She said this to me. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Mrs. Dick. Is it is? Mrs. Dick said that. And no sorries to me afterward. No. Mrs. Dick, they don't say sorry. They say she just sucks dicks. Especially Sarah's crooked one. Of course, I gave her my own thoughts, which of course she did not like. No, they can give it, but not take it, isn't it? They're very good at giving out BS, but they don't take it. See, I was nice with her, but Mrs. Dick gave me shit back. And that wasn't very nice, is it, Mrs. Dick? Right, Mrs. Dick, let's watch your video. Should we?
We're gonna call this little ditty here. We're gonna call this Mr. Mastermind Clips. You got me fucked up.
You fucked yourself up, Mrs. Dick. I didn't do anything to you. You fucked yourself up by being rude.
Okay, that's what we're gonna call this one. That's what we're gonna call this one. Mastermind Clips, I really do wish I knew more about you, but you're irrelevant.
Wow, how rude. I would have took you to a fancy restaurant and everything. You will be paying, of course.
I know you have a few thousand subscribers, but it's only because you went viral 5 months ago.
Viral? When did I go viral? That's news to me, honey. I did get a lot of shit from me, all right. Maybe that's why. But I didn't go viral. I talked to your ass there.
No one's watching your stuff.
So how'd you know I went viral then, Mrs. Dick? Huh?
You like to pick on people. You like to community post, Doug.
Well, if you didn't hashtag me, Mrs. Dick, then I wouldn't have to do a community post against G or about G. Isn't it, Mrs. Dick?
Guess what I don't do? Community post, Doug, because I have a channel and I'm going to make a video.
Are you sure about that, Mrs. Dick? You don't do a community post? Oh yeah, you're telling the truth there, isn't it? Mrs. Dick!
Number 2, I don't read novels. So you can write novels all you want, college essays, all the things. That doesn't mean I'm going to read them. Usually I get to the first couple sentences, get a gist of what you're crying about, and I keep it moving.
Yeah. Well, you read mine, didn't you, Mrs. Dick, since you did a video on it? And hold on there now. So you write little novels on your community, and you expect people to read yours, do you?
Now you want to tag me in community post after community post, and I know other people have participated in that with you, but it ain't going to be me, okay?
Well, Mrs. Dick, since you hashtagged me, it's only my right that I can hashtag you back. Isn't it, Mrs. Dick? Otherwise you'd be a hypocrite, wouldn't you?
You could write all you want. I'm not going to read them. Like I said, don't read college essays. You could save that for someone who is going to read it.
All right, first thing, you do read them. So you can stop your bullshit in there. You all read them, and you all watch your videos, right? Next thing, let's say you don't read them, right? So you're doing videos calling out people, and you haven't had clue about them, or what they're saying, or who they are. So how could I do videos about people that you don't know anything about them, or what they've said? So no wonder all your videos are full of lies and accusations, because you claim not to read our community posts or watch your videos. Glare, that you're full of shit.
And I want to assure you that your threats are quite empty. Let me explain to you why. Everything and anything that you and your friends could do to me has already been done.
Oh, poor Mrs. Dick. You want some tissues, love? Let me get some tissues, and poor baby.
I have nothing. I am a homeless woman with no family, no nothing. I have nothing to lose.
Well, what did you expect? A palace? There's never any luck or blessings for those who support child exploitation. Have a think about that.
I'm actually your greatest opponent. And unfortunately for you, you probably didn't do any of your research on me, right?
Well, Smelly Hole, I don't want to get to know you. I don't like child exploiters or their supporters. Ye are criminals. Ye should be all put in jail. Ye are pedos.
Because I have over 1,100 videos, and this is not my first rodeo.
Yeah, and they're all full of shit. Videos going against those who help children, those who fight against child exploitation. Roly hold that, Mrs. Dick.
No, ma'am, it's not. And just because you guys are gross doesn't mean I'm not willing to, quote unquote, stand up to you, because you guys don't scare me. You guys will never scare me. You're a bunch of people who pretend that you're protecting children, right? Like, you guys are scum of the earth.
If we who stand up for kids are scum of the earth, God knows what you learn, Mrs. Dick. Since you stand with child exploitation, isn't it, Mrs. Dick?
I know I have had my little spats with some scummy mofos, honey. But the anti-mommy vlogger community, you guys just really take the cake. You're just disgusting. And you guys want to do all these things to Sarah Zod, right? Why don't do them to me? Do them to me. I have nothing to lose. I have nothing. I have nothing.
Oh, you have something to lose, Mrs. Dick. Your dignity. That's right, Mrs. Dick. You will lose your dignity since you are a child exploiter supporter. A disgusting. People who actually do care about the protection of children, especially online, will never respect you, Mrs. Dick. You're nothing to them. Even children wouldn't respect you, Mrs. Dick, because you support child exploitation. You're the filth on the planet. You and the rest of your gang.
Take all the rumors that are out there, clip a bunch of videos, find out all the dirt on me, right?
You are a child exploiter supporter. That's enough to tell me what kind of brain you have. And it's feckin' dirty.
And then you could try to make fun of me, and you could make community posts, and you could try to laugh at me. You could call me names. You could say I'm this or that or the other, or you could bring up things from my past. And
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Dick, for your permission.
whoop-de-whoop. It's already happened. It's already been done over and over and over again.
Well, what did you expect, Mrs. Dick? After all, you're a child exploiter supporter, so of course you're going to be called out on it.
I am the champ, okay, of people bullying me.
Ah, there goes the crocodile tears. You're as bad as Sarah over, aren't you? You're all full of pity. Crocodile tears. Poor me. I'm the victim.
And seeing it out to the other side. And if anyone thinks that I'm not going to have Sarah's odds back in this, when it has continued to get worse and worse and worse, you guys have life fucked up. So Mastermind Clips, this is what you asked for. Anybody else who has anything to do with anything, I'm going to be going down the rabbit hole shortly. And I will have much more to say. So you go ahead and do your little video mastermind clips. Keep me out of your community posts because I don't read novels. And do what you think you need to do because somebody is basically challenging how you are behaving online. That's what this is. I'm challenging the way you're behaving online and you're upset.
Of course I'm upset, Mrs. Dick, with your rude comment on my community post. I never spoke to you before. We had no involvement. No, you just came with a rude comment, didn't you?
Ain't that about a bitch? You're upset because you're acting crazy online?
I'm acting crazy, Mrs. Dick. What did you expect me to react to from your comment? Shall I kiss your little ass? Shall I kiss your little toes? Or will I my feck? No feck off.
No, not today, sir.
Yes, today, Mrs. Dick, feck off. Never again come to my community page with your rude, nasty comments. We don't tolerate people like ye, child exploiters. I will not have filth like ye on my community page. I like it to be clean from disease, you know? People like ye, supporters of child exploitation, get lost. Now have a good day, Mrs. Dick. I'm sure we'll be chatting soon, won't we? Ciao.